Hi, I just wanted to follow up from the webinar that happened last night. And I had a chance to reflect on the conversation, some of the ideas that came forward from the members that were present. And one of the things that I think is just taken for granted, and even I took it for granted until I started really reflecting on it last night, is we have all these changes that have happened as a result of the name change. So bioenergetic wellness. And that allows us to bring in a lot of other things besides muscle monitoring. And so my focus of what are the other things that we do that's so specialized was part of my discussion. And I think that what I underestimated was the one piece about muscle monitoring, which other modalities don't do. And because we indicated we do hands-on or hands-off assessment, that's brought in lots of ways of knowing. But the thing about muscle monitoring is we're using an indicator muscle or we're using a muscle in relation to an organ system. Either way that we're using that muscle, we're working with an energetic loop. And that energetic loop is able to provide us with a priority. And in other modalities or disciplines or professions, they will often follow a protocol that is related to symptomology, and they will often do what is the best for a group. And I think what I need to identify as part of this dissertation as well is something that was already present, but we didn't really talk about. That is, we can prioritize for people. That's what gives us the personalized service. We're not just following the protocol, because the protocol might be that you follow parts of the thing, part of the items within some kind of protocol, but you may want to do it in a certain order. You may want to do it at a certain time. You may want to include some other elements. And those are the things that are going to be key for the person to make the biggest shifts. So I just wanted to bring that idea forward because I will be adding that into the final dissertation. And that was one of the reasons I wanted to present the information, is because these are the ideas that have been floating around in my head. They have been stretched and played with for the last year, but I'm also really close to the material. And so I also need the value and opinions and ideas of others as they look at some of the conclusions that I've come up with, and then be able to discuss, is that truly valid? Have I come up with the right ideas? Is there other ways that it could be expressed, or are there pieces missing? That's really key. So if you're at the end of this webinar, you've watched all the way to the end, number one, thank you so much for doing that. Number two, if you have any comments, suggestions, feedback, resources, because of course everything has to be documented with some kind of background in science and research. So if you have anything for me that can assist in this dissertation and the finished product, please, please, please pass it forward to me. info@dancedebut.com, or you can find me on any of the social media. And of course, if you go to my LinkedIn, it's Dance Debut, and you can find me there. And I just thank you so much for the opportunity to be able to share with you, and for any insights you can bring back. Thank you so much.